Good morning. I'm Pastor Corby Johnson, and it is my pleasure to bring to you devotions in the Proverbs. Today is Thursday, February 18th, and we are in the Proverbs, chapter 5, verses 7 through 14. This is about instruction and discipline. I have 3 children, and they tested and stretched and broke the rules of the household repeatedly. My husband and I had to adjust the rules as each child got older. Continuing to know each child and what would help each of them grow into amazing adults was challenging, but doable. And the one time I remember when both boys got in trouble, we said to one boy, outside, you got an hour outside, and the other one, you got an hour reading. Now, that might sound rather silly, but they both looked at each other and said, "Oh, you got off easy," because the one who loved to read had to go outside, and the one who despised reading had to stay in and read. Out loud, I might add. So before we begin, I'd like to say a little something about discipline. Discipline is designed to lead and guide a person down the right path. It is never a one and done opportunity to lead and guide. But that's not to say that I believe in hitting or beating another person. Violence leads to violence, and there are many creative ways to teach and disciple without violence. Proverbs 5, 7 through 14. So now, my children, listen to me. Never stray from what I'm about to say. Stay away from them. Don't go near the door of their house. If you do, you will lose your honor and will lose to merciless people all that you have achieved. Strangers will consume your wealth, and someone else will enjoy the fruit of your labor. In the end, you will groan in anguish when disease consumes your body. You will say, "How I hated discipline. If only I had not ignored all the warnings. Oh, why didn't I listen to my teachers? Why didn't I pay attention to my instructors? I have come to the brink of ruin, and now I must face public disgrace." Wow. If we can save anyone from feeling that, groaning in anguish, disease in the body, ignoring all the warnings. Imagine your child has done something wrong, something that you've told them repeatedly not to do. How do you proceed? How do you teach and lead in a way that they will understand and own? I found that separation was the best thing for me. Go to your room. It gave me time to calm down as a child, and it gave me time to think about what I did. Imagine your household of origin and how your parents disciplined. And then imagine your household today. Do you discipline the same way? Or have you found a way that suits you best to keep your people on the right path and away from danger? Our activity is, how did that go in your house? How did it go being disciplined for you? What kinds of things have you decided never to do? Or what are the things that you've learned that worked really well in your house with you and brothers and sisters? And I would say, look around at some of the families when you're in church or at the grocery store or the doctor's office, and take a peek at how people are interacting with their children. Is it a healthy way or is it an unhealthy way? Now, your action is to take a look at your home and take a look at the lessons that you learned as a child and how you are still using those lessons in your own life. Maybe it was a kind teacher. Maybe it was a music teacher or an art teacher or one of your parents' friends. Take a look at who the key leaders are in your life, the mentors who brought lessons to life, to your life. And then our focus verse today is, you will say, how I hate discipline. How I hate discipline. If only I had ignored all the warnings. How I hated discipline. If only I had not ignored all the warnings. Oh, why didn't I listen to my teachers? Maybe there are things that have happened in your adult life that you've run amok. You ignored all the warnings and you didn't listen, maybe to a boss or to the pastor. None of us like discipline, but being disciplined is knowing where to go and where not to go. And your actions are being watched by other people. So good people, show your faith. Show your faith. God's blessings. I'll see you tomorrow.